Hello everybody, Houston here. I hope you guys are doing well, having a great day or a great night, and let's jump into the charts. Okay, so this is my first analysis on Ethereum from A to Z, from the beginning to the end, and also with a quick forecast for what we may see in the next months or maybe in the next year. Okay. Here I'm using the Poloniex chart because we have the first price for Ethereum back below the $1 range. And let's take a look on OBV and volume as well first. Okay, so the issue here for the Poloniex, they have a very slow volume, very slow and low volume. Okay, if we take a look in the site, the volume is very low. Okay, so the OBV here for the late months uh, won't be a big deal. Okay, so for now let's have these numbers in mind, and let's draw the main lines. Okay, first before anything else. Our second on 3, 5. I won't draw all the lines, okay, just a few so we can have a better understanding. Okay, and for the top we have just a second. Okay, 987. Okay, so first things first, our bull run, the 3 stages of the bull run, that's the scenario I'm talking about for all the other currencies as well. So first stage, bull break, battle of midway, and then our top new all-time highs. Okay, and the only thing that concerns me here is we have our top. This can be till now it is not. Okay, so it's not ready, it's not 100% bearish. Okay, I'm going to dive here, and so for just for the sake of the example, this could be our midway. Okay, the battle of midway, and we could see a new low. So it's possible, doesn't mean it's going to happen. Okay, so the range here for a possible bear break here would be around above the 55. Okay, so let's the structure here is not clear. Let's take a look on the weekly, then we go back to the monthly. Okay, the only clue we have here, let me see, 55, 83. Okay, so we had this bullish continuation pattern here, following lack of activity and volatility as well. This structure here, we had a early attempt of a bull break that faded here, but the main structure was intact, and despite the new low for this guy right here, we end up with the bull break. It was a fake out on the $8 level. That's a very strong significant level. Okay, so let me take out this guy here. Okay, and this structure here was very clear back in the day. I traded from, if I'm not wrong, 280 to the 1000 range, and then I sold everything. And let's take a look on this structure. Okay, so here we had this bullish continuation pattern as well. It was our last one before our top. And I remember back in the day trading this scenario here. It was very boring. Nobody talking about Ethereum, nothing happening. People just watching, no news at all. And then from nowhere, okay, for some people because we knew the bull break was coming, and then we had the bull break from 367 to 1390. So some exchanges saw around 1.4 and 1.5, okay, on top. So now let's jump ahead. Let's take a look on the if there is something. Okay, so no big deal here. Okay, Poloniex, the volume and OBV for Poloniex is not a big deal. For now, for this scenario here, we can take a look on another exchange with better information. Okay, so let's jump into Bitstamp. Okay, now let's take a look on volume. Nice. And OBV as well. Okay, so OBV, we have a bearish divergence here, but this one was due to the event that I can talk about. And we also saw other coins having the bullish divergence broken. Okay, in my humble opinion, they made like it was by design. Okay, because we highlighted all the bullish divergence that we had, not only for Ethereum, and it's like let's leave no clues behind. Okay, because we made a higher low despite the dump and the bearish activity on volume. So this was a very strong signal that the bulls are buying cheap. Okay, so from the left to the right, let's take a look on the past. We can make this, it's accurate. Okay, so now let's check the range for this level. 369. If I'm not wrong, our number is 377. Okay, so let's draw a straight line. Yes, perfect. So why the difference here? Okay, if we make like this and catch all the points, it's not wrong. Okay, there is no problem. But I only work with straight numbers, the same straight numbers. Okay, because they are very significant and there is a lot of info behind these numbers. Okay, so let's take out the volume here as clean as possible. Okay, I will show you guys how this played out so you guys can understand what we are having here. Okay, so let's go to the 3 days. Yes, perfect. Now let's measure from top to the bottom first. This was our lowest point since the all-time highs, 94.30. So this is again, so this is one of the reasons I don't believe, okay, it is possible mathematically speaking, but I don't believe we are going to make further lows because we already had a stronger retracement. Okay, just for the sake of this example, if we measure to the 55, we are talking about more than 1.5%. That's a lot. So it is possible, but I don't believe. Okay, let's keep going. So I will zoom this guy right here. And now let's take measure using the same method I use for all my analysis and my trading setup. So here, I'm sorry, there's another guy here that I have to zoom again, and then we keep going. Just a second. Okay, so we start from the beginning, then we keep going. Just a quick heads up here for a better understanding. Okay, so the first drop we had a strong bounce, from the bulls, and then we printed this bearish structure like a bear flag, but it was not complete. We had a premature bear break here, but a significant point here was this one right here, 1243. Okay, and why? This kind of behavior to the 780 is it's like a behavior of a bear market activity, and we were right because was the first trigger for the bear market. Our first lower high compared to the previous one, giving the sign for the bears to jump in. Okay, so now let's measure the next one. So and another thing, okay, so let me finish this one here and then we jump into the next. Okay, okay, go away. So again, from this one, dead cat bounce or loser's rally, doesn't matter. Same behavior, same structure, same nature. Okay, but this time with less strength, we only made it to the golden. Okay, so the bulls were stopping, were having less strength, less momentum. Okay, they started to look for lower levels to buy. So okay, about the patterns here, take a look on this. Our strong sell, our bounce, bear flag. This is a mirrored move. Okay, and right after, the same kind of structure, our sell, our mirrored move. Okay, another bear flag, and then we had this bearish structure right here, consolidation before the sell, and again what we had, another sell and another mirrored move. This one was like a spending, like a megaphone. And now let's measure for a better understanding of our past. Okay, so this one was aggressive, was above the 8080 level, that is right here. But we end up despite the aggressive move, we end up with another lower high. Can you see? And again, this is a bear market characteristic. Can you guys see? So no news here. And for this guy here, we had the same scenario, but with much less strength, almost none. And here we had a bearish structure, very clean, easy to trade. And if we measure, I don't know if we even made a pivot here. Let's take a look. Okay, we made a pivot, but we saw the confluence, the trigger here, okay, the trigger for 23 range. And then we have the scalp traders trying to make it to the golden. Okay, so for them this was a quick trade. They were targeting for 5332 or a little below, but they faded. Okay, lack of firepower. Okay, so now is end of 2018. Let's get back to the higher time frame for more clues. Okay, so here bear, 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 another bear, and okay, now when things start to change after this cell right here, this one, from this little guy here all the way below, what we had here, let me check the number just a second, okay, from my sheet. 89. Okay, perfect. And then we had the bounce, and right after we developed a bullish continuation structure with our test right after the bull break. Okay, so most of times this kind of activity here takes place to wipe out stop loss orders. Okay, because a lot of people let me take a zoom here just a second. Okay, so what's the drill here? Let's make from here to here. Okay, so what's the drill behind this? Okay, professional traders, they made their entry around this point right here. Okay, and we have a setup for such. This is not guessworks by any means. Okay, and so the problem here, so the people who had the best trading setup and was safe down here, they had no problems at all with this scenario here, right? So the thing here is there are a lot of people out there that they only trade the breakout, okay, the bull break or the bear break. And so the ones who traded the bull break here, they had their stops and liquidations right below, because that's the rule. When we cross resistance, it becomes support. When we cross the support, it becomes resistance. And this is one of the problems when we are using this kind of trading setup, okay? So let's keep going. So here, let's get back to the bigger picture. Okay, great. So what we are going to measure here, it's the opposite move that we had from this side. Okay, and this is a issue and it's bearish, but like I said, it's not over yet. Okay, have this in mind. Also for the a change in the trend, sometimes we end up with big bear traps or big bull traps. Okay, so this happens all the time. It's nothing new. Let me do this again, just a second. Okay, so no, not this one. First, let's pick the whole picture from this guy to the other guy, and then we move ahead. Okay, so here we end up again rejected on the golden and below 377, or very significant price range that we had a lot of activity before. Okay, but we had no trigger here. Okay, so it was a bear sign. If I'm not wrong, we traded here back in the day, not in the Champions Club, but I was trading this scenario here. Okay, and now let's take a look here. We are going to measure this guy here. Okay, and so how we do it? Okay, so this one we traded. We traded like 3 or 4 times our way up. We made great trades here, and now okay, we didn't make it to the 80-80 range, but we were close, and also another lower high, which is bearish for now, okay? And so for this guy right here, we had a bullish continuation scenario here that was based on this structure here. Just a second. Okay, so we were waiting for another higher low, which would give us this scenario here, something like this, and we will probably bottom out on 151, okay? But due to that scenario that we can talk about, we had this move, okay, and changed everything in the small time frame, okay? So now for the, let's take a look on the volume again, just for a moment. Hold your heads. Okay, so let's see OBV. Okay, OBV is looking fantastic. You guys can see that it's a big divergence compared to Poloniex, and here uh, not the best one, because here they had the firepower but they let it go on below 377, and here not the best, not the worst, and this divergence here. Okay, so I will tell you why it's very, very significant. Okay, so this guy is the all-time highs. Okay, that is this guy right here, and all these two guys here are the lower highs. Okay, so it's a big bullish divergence. Okay, so we have to have this in mind as well to have a better understanding of how this structure will play out. Okay, because even having this bear structure, it is possible to have a bull break. Okay, so OBV fantastic, the volume not the best, not the worst. We know Bitstamp, it's not like a leading exchange for Ethereum volume, but still very significant. Okay, and also another thing that's very significant, this big sell here was not able to make a new low, which is we still have our lower low and our higher low. Okay, so very significant. Watch out for all the details. And now let's jump into the daily. Okay, so now we are going to talk about this structure here. Okay, back in the day we traded this one all the way, and we made great profits here. And okay, so following, this was a bullish structure. We had a perfect bullish continuation scenario, but in the last wave we faded, okay, because Ethereum was following Bitcoin and we had a bear break on Bitcoin. And right after the catch up, we can measure it as well. Okay, we made it to the fifth golden trigger down below in the rejection below the 50, which give a red flag for the bulls, and the bears were waiting just right at 245. Okay, and not to mention this was a bearish structure. Okay, so it's a bullish continuation, also a mirrored move. This scenario right here, that's the one we were looking for a reversal, but we didn't trade this one. We only traded the comeback, and we traded on Bitcoin. We traded the bounce back. Okay, but so let's keep going. So this scenario right here, okay, so that's what matters in the short time frame. How do we measure? The same way we did in the other ones. Okay, so we have from the bottom to the top, we have our valid pivot here, which validates this wave. And then we have the trigger for the golden. And right after, we made it to 780%, which is bullish for the short time frame, okay, or short time frame action, okay. So what we may expect here, and what I believe it will happen, if I'm not wrong, we have a key level on 233. Let's take a look where this level is. Okay, so yes, very significant. Okay, so what we maybe see here, so have this in mind, this range right here, can you guys see? This range can be the range for a bull or a bear trap. Okay, that's when we end up with a close resistance and support. Okay, because how this play out, the bears will place their shorts here, and their stop liquidation will be above, and the bulls will buy and place their stops right below. Okay, and so it's a very narrow range. It's like a moment for decision, what they are going to do, both sides, and then we had the outcome. So it's not the best place for a trade. Okay, watch out. And so far we only have confluence for this range here. Okay, if we touch or cross 233, we will look for 80%. Okay, but still the 80 is just another lower high, which means it's still bearish in the short time frame. Okay, and another thing about this whole structure here, so we have our sell. I'm not going to measure this one here because was a bullish that end up in a bear break. So we had one structure and two structures, and so tap, middle way, bottom, and then another thing here, our sell and our mirrored move. Okay, so if we draw the Fibonacci here, this is just a payoff for the bulls, okay, because we know the bears can't keep making price, keeping printing new lows all the time. Okay, that's not how the markets and price behavior happens. So this wave here, this move here, it doesn't matter the shape. Okay, you can draw a channel and all this stuff, doesn't matter, won't change the nature of the whole structure, because I saw a few days ago some people making this and saying this is it, it's a bull break, we are going to new all-time high soon, and that's now how it works. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to see here, again, if we draw Fibonacci for this level, we have our 50. Okay, so for this whole level, the 50 is our price average for this range right here. Okay, and so what we will look for, if we go back and then close above the 50, we may have odds for bullish continuation. Okay, printing a new high. So it is possible, we don't have it yet, but we are looking for it. Okay, so let me see what else we have here. Okay, we have the triggers, Fibonacci. Okay, so let's take a closer look. Now the 6, the 4. Okay, so let me see if there is any fitting pattern. Okay, so we have this one here that was a big trap. Let's see if I can draw it properly. Okay, so this was a trap for a big fall, rising wedge, but by a matter of fact, it was not clear and was a very hard scenario to trade. Not this guy here, this one was very easy, but this last one here was tricky. Okay, now I'm going to show you why. This structure here, it's a single guy. Okay, it doesn't matter the shape, it was bullish continuation. So what we had here for these two guys here didn't give us the outcome for the bull break. Okay, and I'm going to show you why. Let's use a proper line here. Okay, so for rising wedges we have outcome of 50%. Okay, so this can print a lower high, and then the bears take control, or we can make like a small, like a fake out, and then go. But in major, in other scenarios, the rising wedge is bearish. Okay, so if you long 100 times this scenario, you end up broke. Okay, so watch out, take care with such scenarios. In this one we had the bull break, and as you guys can see that the bulls faded right after and right below 233, our key level for Ethereum. So this guy here and these structure, sorry, gave us a better clue. I didn't trade this one, okay, because I was not sure. And then let's take a look here. Okay, so here what we have here. So after the bull break, let's measure. Okay, so here we are measuring this sell and this bounce that was bearish, so no news here, and we made it again to the golden. Okay, and so right after I was waiting for some kind of falling wedge here. That was not perfect, but somewhat played out, because we made this somewhat a double bottom here. Okay, another thing, I don't like to trade double bottoms inside structures. Okay, because double bottom, it's like the name says, is a structure for bottom, not for the middle or the side. Okay, so I didn't trade it here, and right now we made a trade for in the same range, same structure, same behavior, for Bitcoin and XRP only. Maybe we will look for Ethereum as well. So okay, let's keep going. And so we can't use this structure to measure what we have here, so let's forget this one just for a moment. Okay, not the best draw. So these ones are not taking account because they don't belong here. And we had this double bottom and with a higher low compared to the previous one, which is significant. And here we are going to take a closer look, because otherwise we won't be able to see what is happening here. 2 hours first. Okay, we have better clues here. I will jump into the 1 hour to make it clear. So this is a tightening range. Okay, it's a bullish continuation pattern, and because we don't have volume, okay, enough volume to print a different structure. Okay, so this is the standard for crypto right now. Okay, it's going to change soon. So let's take a closer look here. Okay, my free hand is not working well. Sorry, let's make a better, okay, better draw here. So there is a, I will draw it again with a different way. Okay. So what we have here is a bullish continuation structure, and I don't have, okay, me, personally me, I don't need it to touch all the lines and all the candles because I have a proper Elliott setup and analysis reading, okay? So I don't have to make the perfect draw all the times, okay? Because I just, even without the lines, I can make it. I can work this chart without the lines, okay? My entry, my stop, I'm just drawing so you guys can understand how I read it. Just a second. Okay, let's go. So here we have 70% plus ahead for this structure. We are going to have a bull break here soon. I believe it may happen tomorrow, maybe tomorrow at night. Okay, not sure. The structure is not complete yet, but let's take another closer look and another measure so we can have a better understanding here. So, okay, from here to here. So for a bull break in the next hours, what we needed is this. Let's say we go here and then bang, amazing, would be great. But let's say we make another lower high and then we go back just a little before the bull break. And so why this would happen? Because our red take place here. So this is the 50% for this range. Okay, so price will always chase like this. Let me give you a better example here how this works. Okay, imagine this structure right here, it's here, okay? What price will do? It's like chasing the price average before the bull or the bear break, okay? So, okay, now let's go. We had this, let's make a better draw here. Where is the other line? Okay, so I will use this one. Oh, it's behind here. Just a second. Oh, here he is. Okay. So let's say, okay, this is our 50. And can you see, can you guys see how narrow it goes before the bull or the bear break? This is the Fibonacci price average, okay, for the scenarios without volume and activity. Okay. So just for you guys, just a quick heads up here on how it works, what it's happening, and let's look for a potential target for this structure here. We know that we needed a higher high, right? So we expect to have some resistance below this level here. And so this is the levels we are going to watch out for now. We don't have any significant level on this range here, okay? This this resistance here will be taken out without much strength, firepower. So the early bears, be prepared, you can be wiped out. And remember, this is not financial advice, this is for educational purpose only, okay? So have this in mind. Let's draw the line here. Okay, so this level will will be smashed, very likely, and then we are going to look for a range in between. Okay, that's the range we are looking for, in between the lower high and above this resistance that's too close to the price action. Okay, let's take a quick look on the shorter time frame for more. Let's see if we have more evidence for any bullish activity. Okay, looking great so far. Okay, if we pick this scenario here, okay, just the small picture, this is bullish. Okay, but remember, this is a 30-minute chart, and 30-minute chart will have 30 minutes outcome. Okay, so not a big deal for long term. And now let's jump into the 15 minutes. Let's see how the volume is tightening. Yes, no news. As you guys can see here, volume right after the bull break, and then fade. The bulls and the bears, they fade. Okay, they don't care because they know they won't keep trading this range because they don't want to wait a long time. And it also just a second please. Okay, let's go. So it's also bad for their exposure. Okay, so less time inside the trade, less exposure. Okay, that's the same trading system that we use, and the same we use for analysis as well. And so, okay, let's go. So for the sake of this example here, let's take this guy. Okay, I do it in the different way for a better understanding. Okay, this is just a way to look at this price behavior. Okay, nothing more. Let's go. Not here, not valid. Okay, this because some people may call this broken, and it's not broken. Okay, that's not how we measure. Okay, and now I'm going to explain this scenario here. So, sorry, high, lower high again, higher low, and our higher low again. So right now we are looking for this, we can see, okay, so it is possible to see another down leg here, which would wipe out many people. So it is possible. I'm not saying it will happen. So and also we can make another symmetrical structure here and then go for our bull break. Okay, so for now this is it. I hope this info helped you guys. I really hope you guys are improving your skills, the way you read, the way you understand, and most important, the way you feel, okay? Because we are dealing with other people, so it's people from people behave, and sometimes we can understand better how the others are feeling, like for a bull break or a bear break, and that's how we read the markets and the behavior as well. I would like to thank for your time, for your patience. I hope you are having a great weekend, a great day, that you are enjoying your family, your friends, your family. And okay, let's take a quick look in the chat. Oh, hello guys, hello Greg, hello Benjamin, my brother, hello. Hi, who? Sorry. Leonid, hello, hello, how are you doing, friend? Age done. Looks like BTC, true. No, it doesn't look like Bitcoin. In the small time frame, it looks like Bitcoin, but in the bigger picture, it doesn't look like Bitcoin. Okay. Hello, Shu. How are you doing? Yes, fantastic. I'm glad you are here with us. I'm glad that you are watching. Thank you. And John, Ripple, bull break. Let's make some money. Yes, for the quick time frame, I believe we can work out this trade. Okay, but remember, it's not ready yet. Okay. Faisal, how are you doing, friend? Yes, I remember you from Twitter. I'm glad that you are here with us. Thank you, Show. Thank you. We are working, we are improving, we are researching non-stop, all day long. I'm sleeping like 5, 6 hours daily. I'm really working to cover all the aspects in the market before the bull break that we are going to see for Bitcoin soon. Okay, so guys, I appreciate your time. Don't forget to hit the like button, share with your friends, and subscribe for updates, and also ring the bell. And I will be back soon with Tesla and Amazon update. Okay, we are going to a rush today. So I will see you guys soon. Stay safe, and thanks again.